Hi, kids. Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a story, a true story, about a little girl who lived over 900 years ago. And she lived in a tiny home with a woman who was not her mother. And this home was in the middle of a lush, juicy green forest that was situated in between two rivers. And this woman created a flow to the little girl's days, a rhythm of being fully present to the vibrant green creation all around them, a rhythm of imagining and asking each other, what must a creator who makes fuzzy green caterpillars and fragrant herbs and singing birds, what must such a creator be like? And what was she trying to tell them? And why did she give them so much? A rhythm of praising the Creator through song and prayer, and of learning to listen for the Creator's voice in the stillness and quiet and stirrings of her own soul. Now, from the time this little girl was very young, she suffered from terrible migraines, the kind that would leave her bedridden for days, and the kind that had auras and lights and things that she would see. And she began to see things in these auras, things like the Bible stories that she knew so well coming to life, the prayers and songs of praise forming themselves in these visions. And sometimes she saw things that she never had heard of before, like the workings of the universe and the ways in which all of creation is connected as if in a giant web. Now, this little girl grew up to be one of the most amazing people that ever lived. She was very creative and became the most prolific musical composer of her time, writing over 77 musical compositions, including arguably the first opera. And this music made its way to the European Center of Music at the time, Notre Dame, and continues to be played today. If you Google her name or put her in YouTube, there will literally be millions of renditions of her music and her songs. But that's not all. She also wrote encyclopedias of the healing properties of over 300 different herbs and plants and trees. These medical encyclopedias still being used in Europe and oh my goodness, but that's not all. She was also consulted by emperors and kings and popes for her insights and spiritual wisdom. And we still have those letters today of these world leaders writing her for her advice and counsel. And she also wrote and described the visions that she had through her lifetime and went on speaking and preaching tours of what she had to say. Now, I've given a lot of thought to how this woman was raised to be fully open to the flow of creation, of nature, of communion with her inner wisdom, of communion with nature, of communion with the world and community around her, and how she was fully in the flow of all of this sacred and divine wisdom and creativity. And I've also wondered how many other little girls and boys like her are out there right now, born with the amazing capacity for creativity and insight, but who get that kind of nipped in the bud too soon. And how can we, as a church community, best use our role to make sure that all of the girls and boys and young men and young women, and really all of us of all ages, are fully open to this flow of the universe. And so I'm going to be leading a adult ed series on this in October called Spiritual Mentoring, that I hope you can all be a part of. And so, who is this woman, this girl, this little girl that I'm telling you about? And I'm not going to reveal that right yet. Feel free to send me an email if you know who it is. I'll give you a hint that she's especially celebrated this week in September. And I also am going to be making a little meditation prayer kind of video for you all using her music. And so now receive a blessing from the faith community who loves you. May you all be inspired to be in the flow of the Creator, of creation, of creativity. And may we all use that flow to lift each other up and to inspire each other. And may you all be well. Amen.